Talk Weeklies after the talk on WPPM LP Philadelphia 106.5 FM. We talk weeklies after the talk with your boy Charles Gregory and the beautiful.
Classy Lady
And
Sparkle.
the beautiful.
Lady Estelle.
Classy Lady, who do we have today?
Today, see, in the studio, we have Diamond Blacc. That's Blacc. He's a proud Philadelphia native, rapper, and a star on the rise. His music, artistry has reached and continues to flourish globally. His debut EP just dropped in January of 2021, and it's Shannon Sun. Blacc adds a fresh new flavor to music and is a light to the future of hip-hop. Y'all already know what to do. Let's give a warm We Talk Weekly welcome to Mr. Diamond Blacc.
Mr. Blacc, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Man, look, I'm glad that you are here today. Try to get your mic ready. Give me a little sound check.
Problem. Testing.
There we go.
How's that?
There we go. You sound great now.
Thank you very much.
There you go. And so, before we get into anything, you were here when I asked the ladies how was your day. So I'd like to ask the guests too. So how was your day, my friend? How was your day?
Absolutely. I had a pretty good day. It was also productive and relaxing. I got finals coming up, so I got to handle some stuff for finals.
You
I'm
ready for them?
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna give you a round of applause for that. No doubt.
Thank you very much.
So what's the major?
I studied public relations at Temple. Shout out to Temple.
Shout out to you.
Temple, we know.
To you in the
Everybody
building.
in
The owls are in the building.
feeling
Nothing
some
right.
kind
You need
of
a round of
way.
applause for that. No doubt. To
Everything
you,
to
but
you.
there you go. And so, shout out to you, my friend. So let's talk a little bit about kind of like your voice. Let's start from the beginning, so we can walk through kind of like the things that you have been doing and what got you to what you're doing today. Because it's about your music, right? And so let's start there, the beginning. Right.
Okay.
What got you into music? Was it siblings? Was it your parents? Was it just, you seen Rihanna and you just love Rihanna? And you're just like, I got to sing the
story.
I know, that's my story, where I'm sticking to it. So what was your story?
Oh, man, I wish it was that pretty. Honestly, I found music maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. My life had honestly taken just an all-time low. I was really at a season of loss, hurt, pain, jobs, relationships, just trouble, just broken spirit. I didn't know where I was, what I wanted to really do with my life, and I just come to this turning point. And it was a true mirror moment, and I just remember being in my room, like just thinking, like, what am I gonna do? Like, who am I gonna be? What is this? Right. And the radio was playing, and I really didn't have anything else to do. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just write to this. Let me see how this turns out.
Okay.
It turned out well. I was able to write a freestyle in a couple minutes, and really what it did, it made me smile for like the first time in some years. It made me happy. It gave me purpose, and I'm thinking like, why am I doing this? Like, your life is upside down. You need to be looking for a job. You need to be praying. You need to be doing all of these things, which I was, but that was such a light and such a powerful force at a time in my life that I really didn't have anything. And so I kept going with that.
No, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And so was it something that you found out that you had some musical talent? Like, what was the impetus to get you started,
I think just the writing, I was able to do it pretty quickly, pretty fast.
Yeah.
And I would, show my friends, I would show my parents, I would show my grandma, and everybody was like, yo, you kind of got something. And it was just one of those first times in such a long time that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. Like, I believe in myself. It makes me happy, so I better stick this out and see what becomes of it.
Right.
And I'm really glad I did.
You remember your first song that
I
you wrote?
remember my first song.
Yeah. What was the name of it?
So it was actually a freestyle. I'm sure y'all remember 2019, like Act Up by the City Girls. That song took the wave. I wrote my first freestyle to that. And I don't know why. I don't know why, for what reason. That song happened to be on the radio, and the beat just got me. And
You think depression or sadness evokes more out of artists?
It brought something out of me that I never really thought possible. I can honestly, say that it is through our darkest moments and through our storms that light really is birthed. I just thank God. I was like, I don't know why it worked. I don't know why it made me feel the way that I did, but I don't know. It's just a testament to faith. And so I had to keep going.
I love that. So, testament of faith. Now, your style of music, right? I want you to elaborate and tell, everyone pretty much what's your focus in your travels of music and why you decided to go that route as opposed to what we know today, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So I would like to say I believe that music truly is the window to the soul and key to
right.
the heart.
Yeah.
Thank
for
you
sure.
very much.
Yeah.
With my music, I seek to uplift, inspire, and empower. My music is really a summation of my life experiences. I truly believe that we all are on this journey of life together, and I hope that my music can accompany you along the ride.
Fantastic. Yeah. So who do you listen to that gets you inspired, you know, that you listen to and it's like, man, I gotta write a verse or I gotta write another new song. Who is that?
Who is that? Who does that for me? I mean, probably Nikki. That's my all time fave. That's the reason I rap.
Really?
Nicki
yeah,
Minaj.
it was a huge. She's always been a huge
Interesting.
influence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Nice.
I
yeah.
gotta be
I
honest.
mean, she's super talented.
Yeah,
Super
you know
talented. I was
Yeah.
like, I just think the diversity, the bars, and the consistency, the longevity, and the subject matter. I feel like it's something that a lot of people you don't really see that as much anymore. And so, I mean, if I could just be an ounce of attain an ounce of that success, I would be so grateful. But that has always been one of my biggest inspirations.
Are you a barb?
I'm a barb. I just
You
came
a
from the
barb?
concert. I was just in Madison Square Garden 2 weeks ago at the concert.
Do you think that the fabric of new style and old style, because now Nicki's becoming more of, and I don't want to use the term legend, but that's what it is. Like as years go on, you become more of a legend. So as time gets newer and music changes, do you think people are moving away from that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it losing its grit as once it was before?
Well, I always say legends never die, but I do agree with you in terms. I do see that there is a change in the music industry, and I feel like there's becoming that greater divide to where artists who are becoming legends, and then you have the newbies. And so I feel like there's honestly like a whole open lane. Like I always consider myself kind of like a old new school. I hope to sort of bridge that gap between the old school and the new school and the legends. So I don't think it's necessarily dying. I think it's changing. And it's different from ever before. You know, we're in a big streaming big streaming area. We're in, you know, a sort of time where social media and different antics and so forth accompany music, which, you know, is a sign of the times. But I do feel like we're just in a transition, and I don't know where that's really going, but
I agree
I think
with
it's
that.
a change. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a change and different energy out there. I want to pull up this comment because, you know, someone is watching and they said the money crown that you're wearing for your album, why dollar bills and not $100 bills?
Wow.
Just curious question. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. This is a great question. Well, I believe the crown and the dollar sign obviously symbol my crown, and that, you know, we all are kings, queens, and royalties no matter what we have. And in order to build your kingdom, you build it piece by piece. So every dollar bill was something that maybe I learned or acquired in this life to build who I am and to build my crown and to stand for what I am. So, you know, your worth is not compared to how much you make, what you look like, where you come from. It's your character, and it's what you do with your character that I feel like stands the truest and the realest and the most important. So the dollars are just for, you can't have two without one. So 1 + 1 + 1 equals 2, 3.
Got you.
And so
You get to 100, huh?
get to 100. Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. You, you are considered not just kind of a local rapper, right? Because you're from Philly, right? Yeah. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Philly.
What part?
Yeah.
I live in Germantown.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
from Germantown.
Shout out to G-Town,
From
Uptown. Yeah.
Germantown.
And so, all right, I'm gonna just back up because I want to get to your story, but you're here for a while, so I don't have to rush with that. Let's talk about the city right now and the energy in Philadelphia, especially as it relates to MCs and rappers and the hip hop artists. What's your take on that? What do you think is going on? You know, you have your Quillies, your McMills, you have just other artists alone, you know, just period. That's kind of, you know, seems to be bumping heads and the energy is off. What do you think is going on in Philly right now? And do you think that we can do something to change that energy? Because honestly, I'm such a Philly person. I'm such a Philly boy, as they say, right? And I think Philly just has the best talent on the planet. And seeing a lot of the drama that's happening, it kind of derails us from the focus of our talent, right? And puts us somewhere else. What do you think is the energy that's going on with that right now? What do you think we can do to get out of that, you know?
Okay. Great question. So, first of all, shout out to every artist out
Yeah.
there pursuing their dreams and their goals on all
100%.
levels and entities. I wish everybody the best because it's not easy. But I would, if I had to say what's going on right now, I feel like social media and the internet has put so much into us,
Yeah.
and it's put so many untruths into us, and so it's made us compare ourselves to each other. And so I think that that reflects heavily in, especially in music and hip hop right now. Everybody wants to be number one.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody wants to have the most views, and so it's almost taken that's taking more importance and precedence over the music and really connecting with
Interesting,
people.
yeah.
And so I think a lot of, these views, it's easy for us to go online and see what somebody else is doing and maybe think that they have more or that's better, even though we don't really know, what they did to get it, what it took to get it or so forth. And so I just feel like a lot of it has been such emphasis and competition with others that we really have forgotten to truly put, the most important energy time into ourselves.
Right,
And so I think that that's where a lot of the divide. I think that we think that if we encourage somebody or clap for somebody else, that's going to hold us back.
Yeah.
Or and so it's just, I think the mindset has just changed a lot, and I genuinely feel like social media has influenced that. I feel like I think that if we all just continue obviously to stick to the music, but to really look outside of ourselves, because as an artist, to have the ability to make music is so awesome, but I think it's even more powerful and more of a blessing to be able to share it, because it really is an interchangeable gift. And I think if we focus more on sharing our gifts with the world instead of being so anxious to reap the benefits, things can maybe be a little different. And I
love
hope
that.
that they are.
No, you can finish it.
Oh, no, that was it.
Oh, yeah,
that was it. Yeah, that's how I feel.
If it wasn't for music, if you couldn't sing, if you couldn't write, I know you mentioned what it is that you're doing in school. Some people go to school because of the monetary benefit for what you choose. But what would that be for your soul? Outside of music, what would that choice have been?
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
I think definitely something in service. I don't know what capacity, but I do love people. I've always loved to help people and to give back. So I do know that whatever I would do, if it wasn't this, it would probably be heavily in some sort of service. I don't know what that entails or what that really consists of, but I know it would definitely be helping other people.
Right. I can't but help notice the hat, right? The demons, right? What does that mean? Let's talk a little bit about it. Let's talk a little bit
Okay.
about
So this hat is actually about one of my songs called Demons, and I know
Right.
it seems scary, it seems intense. Like, you got a demons hat on. My customized merch available on my website, diamondblack1.com. But this hat, it's a song that I wrote called Demons, and really what it's about is overcoming adversities. We all
Love it.
go through so much. We all have so many struggles. We all have been through hell and back, and people don't even know. And so that's what demons are. There are fears, our anxieties, our doubts. And so what the song is about having faith in yourself, never giving up, and believing in God or whatever your faith source is, that you really can achieve anything. So the message seems a little scarier and in terms of physically and with the merch and stuff, but it's actually a very positive song. And so I like people to realize, when you see it, you realize everything that you go through. When you look at it, it's red, it's blood, it's scary, but you can look at it as a way to see, damn, I got through that, I made it through. So that's what the song is actually about.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, right? Debut album, Shannon's Son. Let's talk a little bit about that. Who's Shannon? Who's
Of
Shannon?
course.
Right?
Who's
Shannon?
Gotta talk about
That's
Shannon.
what I want to know. Who's Shannon?
Well, Shannon is my mom, my best friend, my
Good
twin, who I love
mom.
very much,
Your
listening right now.
twin, your
Don't cry. I
twin.
told her not to cry.
That's
You're
my
trying to get
baby.
emotional.
That's my baby.
But yes,
Hey, Shannon.
It's that's who it's after. My mother is the best. She gave
Yeah,
everything
shout
for
out to
me,
Mom.
and so I feel like gift to the world in my introduction. I had to include Mom.
Yeah.
It's been like that forever.
All right, so tell us where your mind space was, and just give us. You don't have to really deliver the verse, but tell us one of the verses in there that was like, "Yo, this is my mom." In your song.
Yeah, for sure. It's a hook from another one of my songs called Pop, and then it's the hook is got my mind right, head right, got my mind right, head right, got my mind right, head right, vision got clearer. Now it's all blue faces on me, diamond shining in the mirror. And so what that is just I remember during times dealing with my own depression, my own doubt, my own fears, my own anxieties. My mom would always make me look in the mirror and tell her and myself what I saw every day. And so that verse right there was just that sort of, as time passed and I found music and it kept going and it really saved and changed my life and my soul, I would go back to this mirror and look and see at the person that I see in it. I started to like who I see. I started to believe in myself. The diamonds on me, dancing, shining in the mirror, all that is just a synonym for shining, being radiant, being bright. You don't need jewelry, you don't need money, but it's what's inside. And so that would be one of the lyrics from Papa.
Shout out to Mom. Mom
Good
raised
mom.
her baby right. Mom raised
You got
her
siblings?
baby. Yeah.
No siblings.
No?
No.
Oh, you baby boy. You
I
was
was saying I
spoiled.
had my sister. She passed away
I'm sorry
tragically
to
a
hear
few years
that.
ago. So rest in peace to Shayna. We love you, but
I'm
it's
sorry to hear
just
that.
me now. My dad. Shout out to my dad, my grandma.
Fantastic.
Amen.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's fast forward, right? Remedy. I'm gonna pull this picture back up again. Your album, right? Let's talk a little bit about one, because we like to see what the etymology of it is, right? Where did it start? Where did it begin, right? Remedy, and the name alone, right? Because we solutions based, right? This platform.
Yeah.
So when I hear something like Remedy, I'm excited about that, right? And so let's talk a little bit about that particular album, the name, and what gave you the motivation to start that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So Remedy came about through betrayal of someone. It was a very personal betrayal, but it's okay. Got something good out of it.
Right.
But Remedy it's a letter to the op. It's a message to the foe. It's basically calling out the lies, the deceits that I see,
Right.
and I'm offering you an antidote to it. I got the remedy. So towards any sort of hate, negativity, I got something for you. And the message, you can get the message. It's actually at the end of the song. I never give out the remedy. I tell you, you have to listen to it. You have to seek the remedy. But I was like, it is there for you.
Yeah.
So
I felt that.
Yeah,
I like that.
no doubt.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I definitely felt that. When you think of all the stuff that's going on in Philadelphia, and let's just say now you're mayor, what would you do to help our city?
We need America to show Hitler can be outfought.
Based on the true story. Get ready for the first great action film of the year.
And remember, gentlemen, try to have fun.
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Rated R.
Well, I think what I would have to do first is to really ascertain what the people need. I think a lot of times, I'm not political. I've never been. I'm not running. But I think a lot of times there is maybe agendas that people have set or things that they want to accomplish, so forth. And so I feel like a lot of times people can often get, underlooked and passed up. You know what I mean? Especially in the inner city of Philadelphia. So I think my first, before, really doing anything, I would have to really gain a sense of what the issue is, what changes do the people want to see, because, we make the city alive. We are the heart of the city. So, if I don't know your interests, I can't have your best interest.
Right.
So that would be my first hope.
Now, as a follow-up question to that, the reason I asked you that is that a lot of our Philadelphians get big and they leave.
Yeah.
Based on what I just asked you.
Right.
Are you going to stay? Would you leave? What would you do?
Well, I would say no matter how far I go in this world, this is always my heart. I can never turn back or look back from where I came from, because it just made me who I was, and so much has happened I couldn't forget even if I wanted to.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But it also made me who I am. So I feel like with any obligation or having any opportunity, it's important. I was like, it's necessary to give back to where you came from. So whether that's me physically being here, being away, back and forth, I think it's just always necessary to stay connected, and that's something that I always want to do, especially with the city.
We're going to play this back, and you better not be in L.A. He's like, yo, all right,
I'm on
Blacc,
my way.
you talking about you going to be here? Okay. We all over there in L.A. and stuff.
No, right. If you know, I like to ask this question, right? Because you're definitely a bright and talented young man, so
Thank you
kudos to
very
that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got to give homage to the moms, though, you know, and the dads that's out there, dads too, you know, because they help in the process. And so for a younger generation who may be looking up to you, watching your moves, right? What would you tell, you know, a younger generation in order to, one, kind of keep them passionately involved in their craft, but also give them that little push to keep going? We all reach that kind of, I can't do this anymore point, you know, I give up point. But what would you tell them to keep them motivated to potentially keep going?
Absolutely. I would have to tell them to believe in themselves no matter what. It's one of those things that's obviously easier said than done, but I feel like to grow, to be successful, to have anything in this world that you want, you need to believe in yourself, and you need to believe in yourself when nobody else does. Right. You need to believe in yourself when they tell you no. You need to believe in yourself when they ignore you. You know what I mean? I was like, you just always have to believe in yourself. No matter what. And I was like, it will take you so far. I remember people used to tell me that, and I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know, how am I supposed to believe in myself? And a simple thing I did, I had to take it back to my mom. You look yourself in the mirror every day, and you say one positive thing about yourself. That's and right. Even when you don't, if you start and you don't believe it, I promise you, keep doing it every single day. It will make such a difference in your life. Like, you will... it will just truly change you. So I challenge anybody out there who's starting anything, in the middle of anything, and ending anything, to never give up no matter what, but to really look yourself in the mirror and say one positive thing about yourself every single day.
That's right. Affirmations,
Absolutely.
Affirmations, yeah.
From the business side, now you said that you're doing PR, right? Do you cover anything like independent labels or like the streaming? Like, what is the approach now in the I guess world we live in when you're starting? Like, you dropped a EP. What's that look like financially for somebody that you can still, you know, get the word out?
Yes. So absolutely. Shout out to, once again, everybody independent out there doing their thing. I see you. Keep going. I think everybody thinks, I know when I first started, I'm like, I don't even know how to write a rap. I don't even know how to write a song. Yeah, I wrote a cool verse, but where does it go from there? How do I do that? I think that with anything, it's just to start. It doesn't matter how little you have, how much you have, or in between, is to start. To use a lot of resources if you're in school. College is a great sort of resource, and if you're not in school, even, you know, stations like this, there are local stations that will promote your music. Don't worry about a budget. Don't worry about how many streams you have. Don't worry about how many followers you have. Focus on what you have and pushing it out, and that can be sort of things such as word of mouth, email. You can mail some flyers out, just any sort of thing. I was like, you use what you have to get what it is that you want or what you're striving for, and to really not compare yourselves to, you know, anybody else or anything that's going on right now, because if you look to other people's standards for success, you'll never feel like you're good enough. So you just use what you have, no matter how little it is.
I love that. I love that. And so, since you say that, how did you find us, right? Because you're talking to a community right now who will be looking at you, and you're saying strive and, you know, reach out. So why don't you tell them the process of, one, finding us and what you did to get on a platform like this? I think that would be great.
Okay. So let me just say, when I first started, I had a phone that literally looked like it was ran over by the SEPTA bus. I had a speaker from Five Below, and I had a tablet that literally, it was trash. And that's how I created my first song.
See?
That was literally my first song. It was just a crappy YouTube video. It was, but I uploaded that, I created my account, and so I went from there. And then from there, what I did was I looked up all the radio stations. I looked up all the studios in my local area, and I wrote to them. I mailed letters. I work pretty close to here. I have come down here so many times. I have dropped flyers at the desk. Like, I'll be looking in the windows, like seeing if I recognize anybody. It's just persistent. Persistent. And I want to tell people, I was like, the amount of losses, and when I say losses, don't look at it like that. The amount of lessons that I've gotten out of this is priceless, because you will see more failures than success. Yeah,
right.
you will. It'll keep. So you'll get 10 million rejections. I can't tell you how many times I rejected, but one place said yes, and here I am. So thank you, We Talk
That's
People.
right.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
keep going.
Do you know how many times we've heard that story though? Damon Feldman. Like, we've heard that story where even on the political side, people who felt like they didn't get, the word out on who they are and what they represent. And then when they come here, they're very grateful because it helps. Yeah. It definitely does. So
fantastic. Well, kudos to you with, pursuing and enduring and, getting the door, quote unquote, slammed in the face. Because, we all get that, right? Even we talk weekly when we're approaching major networks, everyone get the told no, right? One of the things that I never will forget was the saying that Will Smith said. He said, everyone is going to fail, but you got to fail forward. Right? Learn from what you fell from, right? And then do better, right? And so kudos to you. I really want to salute you in the things that you're doing, how positive you are in being able to inspire the next generation, right? And a generation to come. So before we let you leave, man.
Can I add something?
Yeah, sure,
real quick?
absolutely. Yeah.
I just want to add to what Will Smith said as far as another quote he said. He said, if you wasn't there during my struggle, don't be there during my success.
I know that's right.
So it's like,
Back.
You wasn't with me when I was shooting
one-way
it in
door.
him.
You chose.
Listen, so, but go ahead, Steve.
No, go ahead. I love that.
Yeah, I just wanted to add it because it definitely, especially after what you've said and where you've been, you know that when you make those calls or when those phones are slammed in your ear or somebody slamming that door, like, okay, I'm gonna see you, I'm gonna see you again, and I'm gonna see you from a different angle this time.
Fantastic. You know what? I'm gonna give you one of my special questions. I think because you zoomed through this interview, you answered all the questions, which is great. Kudos to you. Media coaching, great job. Absolutely,
I appreciate
absolutely.
everything.
It's your exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what he do. He do just like that. That's what he's about to do.
I do. So, right. I want you to dig in your bag, right? Deep in your bag, right? And tell us the one thing that no one else knows about you. I know you mama's baby boy, but the one thing you kind of tuck under the pillowcase from her, right? Tell us the one thing that no one else knows about you that you.
1 in 8 people have worked at a McDonald's. That's a lot of technical skills, people skills,
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
and lifelong skills learned on the job and off that 1 in 8 will always have.
Tell us today.
Okay. This is it's a little embarrassing, but I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so when I was a kid, I grew up in California, but I used to live there. We had a lot of earthquakes, and so we had a lot of earthquakes, and so I used to be terribly scared when the windows would shake and everything would start and vibrate and so forth. And I don't know why, I used to think if somebody was knocking on the door like trying to get me. So I swear to this day, whenever it rains or if I'm like alone and the windows shaking like it's storming, I'm literally under my blanket, like, looking at my face. Like sometimes I have to tell me like, you're a grown man, like nobody's coming, but I still, so it's very weird. Like,
that's funny. I like that.
That's so cute, though.
Yeah, I like that. Well, what happened when this past earthquake? We just had like a little earthquake here,
4.7.
Now, okay, so
Flashbacks.
that when I'm at work, and I'm like talking or something on my phone. Everybody was like, "Did you feel that?" I didn't even feel completely like it missed. I think I saw my water shake. So that one, I guess, saved me. I didn't have to embarrass myself at work. They might know now, but luckily, I wasn't really paying attention.
That's funny. That's funny. So, how can they get in contact with you and find out more about your album? Let me pull this picture up again because I want people to see the things that you're doing. Look like you was getting your push-ups on. Kudos to you. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
So tell everyone how they can get in contact with you and all that good old stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, for
absolutely. So my website is www.diamondblack1.com. All things related to Diamond Black, including this merch that I'm rocking right now. I'm also on IG at Diamond Black 1. And I'm in Philly. So.
Where did Diamond come from? Diamond Black.
Okay, so Diamond Black came from, well, my father is a jeweler. Shout out to my dad,
Okay.
who's also listening. So basically what it came about is, diamonds form under pressure. So it's the storms of life, and it's heat and it's intensity, and they form diamonds. So, my dad having his history and his lineage passing it to me, and, the things I've been through in my life was the diamond part. And then Black, obviously, just as a representation of my identity and the beautiful skin that I'm in and love. And the 2 C's is actually, it stands for inclusion. So you know how when you send an email and you CC somebody?
Wow.
It's
I
for
like
inclusion.
it.
Diamond Black.
And I
Don't forget
mentioned
about
that in
me.
the bio. That's why you felt that. You was like, I said with CC.
And I was
Okay.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we here.
Yep.
We here. Okay.
Same way, Black.
I love that because those are all the things that make you stronger.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
I know, we love Lady Esther. What you got for the young man? I know you've been down there kind of quiet. Holla at him.
No, I've been enjoying the interview. I'm back here. Hey, I'm his PR today. I'm over
I'm
here
so
helping
grateful.
check it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, helping him out, but I love everything that you have going on. It's the message. It's always the message for me.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I am. So anything positive, we need more positivity in the world. So
For sure.
I can't wait to check out more of your music.
I appreciate everything.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you want to say, or to the people, to everyone who's watching?
I just want to say what's up to everybody in Philly. Whatever it is you're doing, if nobody told you, I believe in you. The bomb, you could do it. I'm so grateful to be here, to have had this interview. My next single will be dropping Thursday, April 25th, 2024, entitled FUC. And I'm just very thankful to everybody out there. I hope you have a great night and a wonderful weekend.
Awesome.
Love it. Man, give you another round of applause. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you guys to go anywhere. That was my guy. One thing that we say on the show is once you come to the show, you're a friend to the show, so you're always welcome to come back.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And so, you scored on this one, and so, we'll make sure that, we'll promote your stuff and all of that. And again, you're always welcome to come back to We Talk Weekly. So I don't want you guys to go anywhere. When we come back, you ready for some good news, bad news?
I am.
All right. We're going to come back. We're going to do some good news and bad news with Classy Lady Sparkle. All right. So I don't want you guys to go anywhere. I'm your boy, Charles Gregory, with the beautiful.
Classy Lady Sparkle.
And the beautiful.
Lady Esther.
And my guy.
Diamond Black.
And we'll be right back, y'all.
What's going on, you guys? This is Bridget Kelly, and you are locked into We Talk Weekly.